Anxiety and excitement. Those two emotions are physiologically the same. What's different is our thought process around them. But what's happened somewhere along the path is you've framed that energy as being something that was overwhelming and that was bad instead of good. Excitement being good, right? So, and the same thing happens with anger and passion. Anger and passion are physiologically the same. What's different is how you think about it. We think anger, that energy, that driving force energy that gets stuff done, is bad when it's anger, right? But that same energy is the fuel of passion. So the secret sauce is, for those of us who find ourselves enlivened by intense emotions on a regular basis, is to pay attention to when those quote unquote negative emotions rise, like anxiety and anger, and to look to see what's on the other side. What do I mean by that? If you're angry, pay attention to what's pissing you off. What's making you mad? And then step back and contemplate what would be a productive solution to that anger. And that same energy then that was causing you to be pissed off, that same energy can be the driving force of the passion for you to create a miracle. The same is true with anxiety, because anxiety is a form of excited energy. So there's something going on in your life that could be really good. Lots of positivity, lots of movement around it, but somewhere in your mind, you frame that as overwhelming. And so then instead of allowing the joy to rise in the excitement, you've clinched around it, and then it's become something that's almost suffocating because it's too much. But what if you reframe it and remind yourself that that anxiety is just energy, and energy wants to move? So what can you do today that would help that energy move? So maybe, for example, maybe you have a big event coming up that at first you were really excited about, but then you started thinking about all the things that you had to do leading up to it. So now all of a sudden that excitement was no longer excitement. Now all of a sudden it's anxiety, because you've just allowed yourself to get stressed out about all the things that you got to do in order for this really great thing to happen. So what if, instead of spending all your time and energy thinking about all the things you had to do, and actually did the things? Then you could allow the energy to move, you could allow the emotion to move, and then you're no longer clinched about it. And then you can find the joy again. Because our emotions are a response to our thoughts, and because our thoughts are coming and going like the wind, our emotions can be fickle. And so it's really important when we find those negative emotions driving us to pause and ask, what is the lesson I can learn from this emotion? Is there any way that I can reframe it? Is it maybe here to teach me something? That anxiety is here to remind you to slow down and find that joy. Move the energy through. Do the things that you're supposed to be doing to help find the joy in whatever it was that has then all of a sudden caused you anxiety. Or if you're angry, listen. What's causing this injustice to make you feel this agitation? And what creative solutions can you offer in order to allow yourself to shift that energy of anger into the fuel that helps drive this active passion that allows you to be a service to the world. You're not a slave to your emotions. With consciousness and awareness and discernment, you can use them to be a more effective human. I hope this serves you well. Oh, by the way, a meditation practice is a great way to discern those things, and I encourage you to get started. I'm always here as a resource and a guide along your journey. Have a great day, friends. Namaste.